So my name is Naama Perel-Tzadok, and the piece is called Unheard Shouts. The piece is a combination of personal stuff and non-personal stuff. It's related to memories and experiences I've had in the past, which helped me build myself, but also connected to larger events that I was observing as an outsider. But in both cases, I had the same feelings. The feeling that I need to scream and shout out, but I can't really do that, and I can't do that also personally, and I couldn't do it also for other people. So this piece is kind of me shouting out, the unheard shouts, and it's basically built in a way that it combines a therapy method, which called stop, in which whenever you feel overwhelmed or you feel your emotions are getting over you, you need to stop, take a breath, observe the situation, and then proceed. So this therapy method is interwoven into the piece, and it has some parts of it. Each part begins with the same pitches, and those pitches are actually my kids' pitches screaming. I recorded my kids screaming, and I was analyzing with spectral analyzer the pitches. They reached really high pitches. We couldn't implicate the same in the piece, but I used the relativeness of my kids' shouts and screams and put them into the piece in the big chords. And each time I treat these shouts differently. One point of the piece that the shout is actually turning into breathe. The entire ensemble needs to breathe together with the directions of the conductor. And my indication was, as a yoga teacher, it implicates something for me to remember to breathe, even though if we're always on the run and making music and working and studying and doing PhD. Just remember to breathe once in a while. And after you've been through all this, you can proceed with your life.
I'm Allison Honeycutt. I'm the clarinetist and executive director in NAT 28. Whenever we first came across the score for Unheard Shouts, something that really stuck out to me is all these really intense ensemble sections that take place throughout this piece. So there will be a lot of places where everyone is playing something really extreme, maybe in range or dynamic or a really fast rhythm, but it all has to line up and work together to create this moment. And I really enjoy, as a musician, the rehearsal process of putting that together, finding our ensemble sound and pushing the limits of that ensemble sound. In this piece, of course, the conductor will help us a lot with that process, but the conductor also has to do something a little more unusual that you don't see in every piece. The conductor will give these brief but very interesting and evocative spoken commands in between each of the short movements. And this adds definitely a new dimension to their role on stage, a little bit more theatrical, and I think what's so interesting and cool about that is it brings the audience in a little bit to see us communicating with the conductor.
This piece haven't been performed in a concert. It was only read by professional ensemble. Ensemble del Niente read it last year. So I'm really excited to hear what NAT 28 are going to do with the piece. It will have a different energy when it's live on stage and with the audience reactions. I'm curious how it will turn on to be. Thank you for coming tonight, and I hope you'll enjoy my piece.